Hello, welcome. Thank you for coming along to the Disability Issues new vlog, which is called Interesting People, Interesting Answers. It'll involve me having a chat with quite a few disabled people that I come across online, really, just come across on Twitter, people who have a lot of followers and have plenty to say. That's the sort of people we want to hear more from. I want to get to know these people a bit more personally. And I'm sure other people will be interested in learning a bit more about them too. So that's what this vlog's going to involve. Um, Today, though, I'm doing a bit of a test. I'm just testing things out with myself. I'm asking myself these questions, the sort of questions I'll be asking them. There'll always just be 6 questions that I ask them every time that I'm speaking to somebody. And yeah, I think they're good questions to ask. Simple questions, but ones where we can have a good conversation for 10 to 15 minutes or so. And I'm sure you'll enjoy what you hear. So I'll get started asking myself a question today. And that's the first question is just, can you tell me a bit about yourself? And I'll tell you about me. My name is Joe Stevenson. I'm 31. I live in Sale in Greater Manchester. I'm happy to say I have epilepsy. It causes trouble. It does, obviously, but it's not. It doesn't control my life. I have a seizure about once a week at the moment, but sometimes I go through spells of not having a seizure for about 3 months. It's very up and down epilepsy for me. Strange, really. Sometimes it's different for everybody. Epilepsy. The biggest problem with epilepsy for me, though, has been the fact that I have memory loss from it, long and short term memory loss. It makes it difficult to memorize a lot of things, and it's been made it difficult to find work in the past. I'll talk more about that later, but yeah, that's epilepsy. Epilepsy is very complicated, a lot more complicated than other people believe. Anyway, telling you a bit more about myself, I love a lot of music. Music has been a big part of my life too. In particular, alternative indie rock. When I was from my early teens, I really got into that, and I suppose it's still my favourite type of music. Music from the 90s, really. It's what really grasped hold of me. The Smashing Pumpkins were like a band I sort of fell in love with when I was about 14, 14 or 15, yeah. Not everybody likes Smashing Pumpkins, but yeah, I loved them. And I still like listening to their tunes from time to time, no doubt. Um, I play guitar. I've done this since I was about 11 years old. And recently I've started singing songwriting too. Started to realise my voice isn't actually that bad, so I'm going to start singing too. That's maybe a bit shy to sing, but I've overcome that fear now. I'm going to go for it. I've started writing more songs too, getting more involved with disability arts, basically, singing songs about the issues that we have in society. And I've done one live performance that was with the GMCDP, um, Greater Manchester Coalition of Disabled People, at their AGM annual general meeting back in January. It went very well. People seemed to really like what I wrote, and they said, "I hope you perform many more of our songs in the future," because they seemed to really think it was good. And I'd be happy to. I want to write more songs. I want to sing more often. I was shaking quite a bit on stage. I was nervous at the time, no doubt, but I reckon I can get over that those nerves, stop shaking as much, and put on a good performance for people singing in the future. Johnny Marr is my musical idol, no doubt about that. Johnny Marr went to worked at the University of Salford, helped them out anyway, voluntarily, I think. And yeah, although I've never got to meet the guy, I'm sure I will one day. He's like met one of my friends, and I was kind of jealous of that because I never got to meet him, even though I went to the University of Salford. He didn't help directly out with the course I was studying, although I studied popular musicology there. He was helping out with a slightly different course, and yeah, I didn't get the chance. But Johnny Marr, great guy. How can you not love Johnny Marr? That's the question I just don't see the answer to. Johnny Marr is a great guy. Anyway, moving on from him. Next question is, can you tell me a bit more about what sort of work you do or how you pass your time? Well, my work very much focuses, obviously, on dealing with the issues for disabled people in society. That's the work I'm focusing on at the moment. I've got my blog up and running now. I want us to take a positive look on how we can deal with issues for disabled people. Rather than just complaining about the problems we have, we need to kind of come up with new ideas, come up with positive mindsets, work with each other too. Collaboration is going to be key if we're going to come up with a good answer to this. We need to come up with new ideas, start working with each other, and build a new platform for people to be recognised from, really. I have my ideas in mind. I won't talk all about them here because I could talk all day about them if I did. But in the future, I'm hoping to start something special for disabled people to get us noticed and to really bring us into the spotlight more, because disabled people's issues, they're very much pushed under the carpet at the moment, not dealt with as seriously as they should be. There's no doubt about that. As well as that sort of work that I do, I also do disability arts. As I said, music is something I'm doing at the moment, but I'm also writing a young adult novel at the moment, which first draft I'm nearly done with now. I'm nearly finished that. That's still always the most important part of a young adult novel, or any novel to finish, is just get the first draft done. That's what they always say. It doesn't matter if it's crap. You can work on it later on. You can build upon it. It's good to just have it down on paper. I've also been writing a bit of poetry too. During the COVID-19 period, people seem to like what I write when it comes to poetry, so I've been doing a bit of that, and I've enjoyed writing it too. It's good fun when I've got a bit of time on my hands. So yeah, that's the sort of work I've been doing. Next question now. What do you consider to be the most annoying social issues for disabled people? The worst problem for me personally has been just finding work. In the past, I was looking for a job in administration just to have as backup. I always had plans to, start a blog and do something more, but administration was like the first job I looked to straight after university because I was unsure what I wanted to do then. It took me 2.5 years to find a job in administration. And although I did get work for 2.5 years, it was only on a temporary basis through Lloyds Banking Group. They were fair to me. They were a fair company to work for, and I appreciate their help. But when looking for work with others, they don't. I did actually manage to get a contract job. The work for Lloyds Banking Group was temporary, but the one job that I did get that had a contract, I was let go from after 3.5 weeks. They just sacked me. I could have sued the company if I wanted to, because it was all because I was disabled. That's why they did it. I had problems with memory loss. And at Lloyds Banking Group, they helped me out. They accepted that, and they gave me just a bit extra time to understand how to perform tasks. It took me a bit longer to get it stuck in my head, basically, how to do tasks on computers. But eventually I got them done, and I was doing well at them. I had another job in administration where I was trying to pick up the tasks, and I would have, got as speedy as other people, but they just didn't. They weren't having it. They said no. That's not, you're not quick enough, go away. I could have sued the company if I wanted to, chose not to because it's just a load of stress that it would have come on. It would have brought on loads of stress, and it wasn't worth it. At the time, I said, I'm just going to go self-employed now. I'm going to start doing things for myself because I'm tired of looking for work in administration. Because I hadn't found enough of it in the 7 years I've been, doing that sort of thing. So I focused on my writing at that point, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. As well as those social issues, that's what was personal for me. What bothers me more than anything is the problems with the fact that nobody knows what the words ableism, disableism mean. These things should be taken as seriously as it should be taken seriously as racism, homophobia, and sexism, everything. Everybody deserves equality, but disabled people, people don't understand the discrimination against us as well as they should do. There's a film coming out soon, Come As You Are. Please do not go and see that film. I will be going to see that film, but because I want to review it and just make my points about what's wrong with it. I spoke with Movie Waffler after I criticised them for listing it among the films to see that were coming out soon. But after having a chat with them, they said I could write an alternative review for them that they will publish on their website, and I'll publish it on my blog as well for people to read, just about what's wrong with the film, because it involves non-disabled actors playing disabled characters in a storyline that just isn't true whatsoever, and it just isn't right. Take a look at it yourself, take a look at the storyline yourself to find out more about it. But it's very inaccurate, and it's just not right to do that sort of thing. It's highly ableist, and I was very angered when I heard about it being released in the UK, and it was also released in the US last year, apparently. So yeah, that's what bothers me more than anything. We need to be more recognised in society. People need to understand why it is discriminating, why disabled people need more attention. Anyway, next question. What would you say your greatest talents are? Well, generally, yeah, I'd say I'm a creative person. Obviously, I've mentioned that I play guitar, I like writing songs, I'm writing poetry, I'm writing a novel too. I suppose creativity is my greatest talent as such. And, I enjoy doing these things. The young adult novel I'm writing, I can't tell you too much about that now, but people really do like the sound of it. It seems I went to pick up some skills about young adult novel writing via the Arvin Foundation at Lombank, and critically acclaimed young adult fiction writers Alex Wheatle and Chelsea Flood, they said, yeah, your novel sounds great. I'd go for it, give it a go. I had quite a bit to learn about how to write novels at that point, and I've still got things to learn, I think, but I'm nearly done with the first draft, and I look forward to finishing it. So, yeah, that's what my greatest talent is. I guess I'm just creative. It seems to be that way. Biggest weakness? I've got a few weaknesses, I'll admit to that. For one, I'm very impatient. I just take so long. I struggle to wait for things to happen. You know, I get so bored so easily. I know it's a problem. I really wish I didn't, but it bothers me way too much. I'm also independent. I've always done things on my own. It's a habit of mine, but I should be more social, like most other people are. I'm trying to be more social by doing this vlogging, really. Uh, let's hope it works. Let's hope it kind of branches out as well and gets me talking to more people on a one-to-one basis elsewhere in the future. During the COVID-19 period, obviously, it's not so easy to do that, but in the future, yeah, I can see it. I can see it happening. Um, Another problem about me, I'm stubborn too. I can be very stubborn. I'll admit to that. And finally, the final question I'll be asking people is, if we did live in a world that accepted disabled people in society, how would it alter your lifestyle? Well, for me personally, it'd be odd. It'd be an odd change because I feel as if my job now is to deal with the issues of disabled people in society. It feels like what I was born to do, really. But there are other ways I could help disabled people, and I think I'd use my music skills to do that too. There's music therapy would be one thing to consider. I've talked to other people about doing this because they think I'd be good at it too. Writing songs, playing songs with people who have disabilities, struggling in hospitals and stuff, people with bad health that just need motivating a bit, helping out, getting them to play along with you too. It's something you can pick up these skills. You can gain I've taught to people not too long ago about gaining a master's in music therapy, and it's something I haven't totally ruled out. So I could see myself doing that if I wasn't dealing with the issues for disabled people in society right now. So yeah, that's it. Those are the questions answered. That's 6 questions. I hope you liked what you heard from me. I hope you like me as a host in general. I'm going to be talking to somebody soon. My first person soon from Twitter that you might well recognize, have heard of. I won't tell you who it is yet, but they'll be along in a couple of days, 2 or 3 days. I'm sure we'll have it done by then, just by a meeting. For people to see on YouTube, and I look forward to having a chat with them, and I'm sure you'll enjoy listening to them talk too. But until then, thank you for listening, and I will be speaking again soon. Take care.